Countdown.
Tahniah. Siaran langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia. Sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Siaran langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Hai, apa khabar semua? Salam sejahtera dan selamat datang ke Pusat Tuisyen Online Akademi YouTuber Pusat Tuisyen Percuma yang pertama di Malaysia. Bermula percuma, selama-lamanya percuma. Saya Madam Lee yang berperanan sebagai moderator untuk sesi live hari ini. Untuk makluman, live ini adalah bersiaran daripada channel Madam Fizi. Berikut adalah ahli-ahli dalam konti kita hari ini. Presenter kita malam ini adalah Madam Fizi. Hai Madam Fizi. Hai. Diikuti dengan host controller kita, Cikgu Yi. Hai Cikgu Yi.
Hai semua.
Okey, dan pemerhati kita ialah Cikgu Yati. Hai Cikgu Yati.
Hai semua.
Okey, berikut merupakan perkara-perkara yang peserta perlu ambil perhatian. Sila gunakan gambar profil yang bersesuaian dan tutur bahasa yang sopan di ruangan chat. Sila onkan kamera dan mic jikalau anda dipilih untuk naik ke ruang studio bersama dengan presenter. Sila tumpukan perhatian terhadap presenter dan hanya menggunakan ruangan chat untuk menjawab soalan atau jika adanya soalan yang ingin ditujukan. Akademi YouTuber akan memberi mata kredit atau mata ganjaran kepada pelajar yang mengikuti kelas live IU. Nanti Madam akan umumkan nombor kelas satu persatu ikut tempoh yang telah ditetapkan. Pelajar dilarang menulis nombor berkenaan pada ruangan chat. Sila fokus dan buat catatan sendiri. Kemudian isi pada borang rekod mata kredit yang akan dikongsikan melalui ruangan chat. Pada akhir siaran ini, link e-sijil akan diberikan dan anda hanya mempunyai 30 minit sahaja untuk mengisi maklumat anda. Sila pastikan bahawa anda menggunakan sama ada email e-didik, MOE, MyGuru ataupun Jawi sahaja. Sekarang saya akan perkenalkan presenter kita malam ini dengan lebih mendalam. Nama penuh beliau adalah Asma Zatu Yusfisiati binti Muhammad Yusof. Beliau mengajar di Kolej Matrikulasi Negeri 9. Mata pelajaran yang diajar adalah Perakaunan. Pengalaman mengajar beliau adalah sebanyak 18 tahun. Ini adalah siri kelas tuition yang ke-17 bagi Madam Fizi dan tajuk yang akan diajar pada malam ini adalah Accounting for Liabilities. Sebelum kita mula pembelajaran kita hari ini, Madam akan umumkan mata kredit dia. Diminta para pelajar beri perhatian. Huruf dan nombor dia adalah A1. Saya ulang, A1. Tanpa membuang masa lagi, saya serahkan kelas kita kepada Madam Fizi. Dipersilakan Madam.
Okay, thank you Madam Lee, our moderator. And also thank you to Miss Yi, our control host, and Cikgu Yati, our pemerhati for today. Okay, so before that, I would like to introduce myself. Okay, so my name is Madam Asmazatul Yusfiziati binti Muhammad Yusof, and I'm from Kolej Matrikulasi Negeri 9. And my professional qualification, I got my degree in Accounting Honours from UUM, and my Master in Accounting from UKM, and I am also member of National Institute of Accountants, MIA. My membership number is 13637. Okay, and my channel is Madam Fizi channel. So please subscribe, like and share my channel. Okay, so before that, I would like to introduce, okay, this is our unit, okay, Panitia Perakaunan and Ekonomi Prayu. Okay, so this is me, yeah, Madam Fizi, and beside me is Cikgu Yati just now, our pemerhati from College Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan. She's teaching accounting. Okay, and then Cikgu Lee or Madam Lee from College Matrikulasi Perak. Okay, she's teaching economy, and also Cikgu Yi, yeah, from College Tingkatan 6 Bandar Utama. She's also teaching economy. Okay. So besides that, yeah, in our team, we also have Biology Prayu led by Cikgu Faizah from College Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan. We also have Physics Prayu led by Madam Rosmaya, and Kimia Prayu led by Cikgu Shanun from College Matrikulasi Penang, and also Mathematics T led by Teacher Im. Okay, so this is our team, yeah, for pra-university team. Okay, so today, okay, we will learn accounting for liabilities. So I hope that everybody will get ready, eh? Okay, so first of all, okay, what is liabilities? Okay, under IFRS, liabilities are defined as a present obligation of the entity arising from past event, the settlement of which is expected to result in an outflow of the entity's resources, embodying economic benefit, or on other words, liabilities are a company financial debt or obligation. Debt is hutang, okay? That's something a company owe, usually a sum of money that arise during the course of its business operation. So liability are settled over time through the transfer of economic benefit, including money, goods or services. Okay, there are two types of liabilities. Actually, three types of liabilities. Those are current liabilities, non-current liabilities, and also contingent liabilities. But in matriculation syllabus, we only learn current liabilities and non-current liabilities. Okay, so first of all, we look at what is current liabilities. Okay, current liabilities are is an obligation or debt that is payable within 1 year. Okay, so that's mean current liabilities or liability semasa, okay, that is a hutang that is payable within 1 year. Okay, there are two types of current liabilities. Those are current liabilities of certain amount. Okay, for example, account payable, short-term notes payable, accrued expenses or expenses payable, unearned revenue. So what is the meaning by a certain amount? That means these liabilities, we know the exact figure or we know when it will happen. So that is the meaning by current liabilities of certain amount. And the other one is current liabilities of estimated amount. Okay, the example of the current liabilities of estimated amount is warranty liability. That means this liability, we didn't know the exact amount or we didn't know when it will be happen. Okay, so these are current liabilities. And the other one is non-current liabilities. So what is the meaning by non-current liabilities? Non-current liabilities are liabilities that are due after a year or more. that means more than 1 year. Okay, for example, long-term notes payable, mortgage payable, and bond payable. Okay, now we look one by one. Okay, first of all, we look at what is accounts payable. Okay, accounts payable is amount owed to supplier for goods or services purchased or on credit terms. Okay, that's mean barang niaga. Accounts payable is for barang niaga. Okay, or merchandise, goods or services. Okay, we look at the example 1. Purchase 15,000 goods on credit terms from Syarikat Indah on 16 February 2020. So, how to generalize this transaction? Okay, the answer is debit purchase 15,000 and credit accounts payable 15,000. That means we purchase on credit terms, on credit. That means kita hutang the merchandise. Okay. Okay, next is short-term notes payable. Okay, what is the meaning by short-term notes payable? Okay, this debt includes a written promise or agreement. Okay, what is in the agreement is to pay principal and interest signed by the company. So in the agreement, okay, there is a note saying that when to pay the principal, what is the interest. Okay, that's the what that's included in the notes payable. Okay, and then because it is a short-term notes payable, it means that it is payable within the year or due within a company's operating period. Okay, what is the meaning by a company operating period? That means dalam tempoh perakaunan. So dalam tempoh perakaunan means within a year. Okay. And it is frequently issued to meet short-term financial needs. And on maturity date, the principal and accumulated interest were paid by the company. Okay, this is the characteristic. Okay, on the maturity date, we have to pay our debts and also the interest. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, we look at example of short-term notes payable. Okay, on January 1st, 2020, Iza borrow 40,000 from Kabilah Bank by signing notes at 10% for 9 months. Okay, that means 9 months is the duration. Accounting period ending on 31st March. That means this is the year ended. Okay, prepare journal entry to record transaction for 1 Roman, the issuance of notes payable. Okay, the issuance of notes payable is on 1st January. Okay, 2 Roman, the adjustment entry on 31st March. So what happened on 31st March 2020? Okay, that means we have to pay interest. We have to declare interest. Yeah. Okay, and 3 Roman, payment on the notes payable on the maturity date. Okay, the maturity date after 9th month. Okay, now we look at the answer. Okay, first, what is the journal for the issuance of notes payable? Okay, that is on 1st January. Okay, the journal entries are debit bank 40,000 and credit notes payable 40,000. This is to record notes payable. And the answer for 2 Roman, what is the adjustment entry on 31st March 2020? So the answer, okay, debit interest expenses 1,000 and credit interest payable 1,000. Why interest payable? Sebab kita belum bayar interest lagi. So how did you get the 1,000? Okay, that is 40,000, okay, multiplied by 10% interest rate times 3/12. Sebab kita belum sampai 1 tahun lagi. Okay, baru 3 bulan. Okay, so next answer for 3 Roman, what is the journal for payment of the notes payable on the maturity date? Okay, the answer is debits notes payable 40,000 and interest expenses debit 2,000, interest payable 1,000. Okay, this one just now we have declared, and credit bank 43,000. And this one is to record payment of the notes payable and interest at maturity. So how did you get the 2,000? That is 40,000 multiplied by 10% rate interest times 6/12. Yeah? Baru 6 bulan. Okay, so that you get 2,000 for interest expenses. Okay. Okay, next we look at accrued expenses. Okay, expenses incurred but not yet paid. That means the expenses incurred but we did not pay yet, yeah, or recorded at the statement date. Okay, for example, salaries payable, interest payable, tax payable, rent payable. Okay, we look at the example for accrued expenses. On 31st December 2020, which is the end of accounting period, the business has not paid the premise rental of 1,500. The payment of rental is scheduled on 15 January 2021. So, instruction, prepare relevant journal entries. So, on 31st December 2020, we have to journalize the accrued expenses. Okay, and on 15 January, we have to journalize the payment. Okay, so the answer is, okay, firstly, to record rent payable at the end of reporting period, debit rent expenses. That means we have to declare the expenses and credit rent payable because we not pay yet the rent, 1,500. And on 15 January 2021, okay, this time we pay the accrued expenses. So, debit rent payable and credit cash or bank, 1,500. Okay, this time, that's mean on this date, we pay our rent. Alright. Okay, so next we look at unearned revenue. Okay, so what is the meaning by unearned revenue? Yeah, hasil belum terperoleh. Okay, unearned revenue is the obligation or liability is incurred when cash has been received in advance of providing a product or a service. Maksudnya, kita dah terima cash dulu, tapi kita belum bagi service or goods. Okay, so the amount received in advance will be categorized as liability until the product or service has been delivered to customer. Okay, that means revenue has been earned. Okay, now we look at the example of unearned revenue. Okay, on 1st February 2021, the business received an order from customer and it had been paid fully RM6,000. Okay, nevertheless, the service will be delivered later on 25th March 2020. So, dekat sini, ya, kita dah terima cash, ya, daripada customer. Tapi, we delivered our service or product on 25th March 2021. So, that means this is unearned revenue.
Madam Fizi,
Okay.
maaf ganggu
Okay,
ya.
ya.
Okey, tiba masanya untuk tuntut mata kredit pelajar. Okey, diminta para pelajar beri perhatian. Nombor yang seterusnya adalah kosong. Saya ulang, nombor yang seterusnya adalah kosong. Terima kasih, Madam Fizi.
Okay, thank you, Madam D. Okay, now we continue. Okay, so the instruction is to prepare relevant journal entries. Okay, so the journal entries are, okay, on 1st February 2021, debit cash or bank 6,000 and credit unearned service revenue. Because this time, on this date, we receive cash from customer. And then on 25th March 2021, okay, this time we delivered our product or service to customer. So debit unearned service revenue 6,000 and credit service revenue 6,000. Okay, now we look at warranty payable. Okay, what is the meaning by warranty payable? Warranty payable is an agreement that guarantee a company product against defect or of quantity, quality of or performance in a specific period of time after sales. Okay, maksudnya company dia guarantee tu apa? Jamin, okay, if the product okay ada defect and then dia akan buat something after defect, after sales. Okay, then the warranty expenses will be recorded in the same accounting period where sales have been generated. Maksudnya, kita akan record warranty payable semasa sales berlaku. Okay, this is because the expense occur when the sales is made, not when the warranty claim is paid. Okay, maksudnya kita kena declare apa? We have to declare expenses. Okay, based on expense recognition principle. Okay, now we look at the example of warranty payable. The business credit sales on 31st December 2019 were 250,000. The business estimate 3% of the sales are defective within the warranty period. On 31st December 2020, the actual warranty expenses amounting 3,000 defective goods are repaired and 2,000 defective goods are replaced. Okay, maksudnya apa? Maksudnya on 31st December 2019, kita ada buat sales 250,000. Okay, but then we estimate 3% akan defect. Okay, so on 31st January 2020, ada customer claim that 3,000 okay, defect kena repair and 2,000 defect kena replace. So, prepare the journal entry for all the transaction above. Okay, now we look at the answer. Okay, to record sales, okay, firstly we have to record sales that is on 31st December 2019, debit account receivable 250,000 and credit sales 250,000. Okay, because of this company has warranty, so on the same date we have to record the warranty liability. So we have to make another journal that is on 31st December 2019, sama, okay, debit warranty expenses and credit warranty liability 7,500. So how did you get the 7,500? That is 250,000 the sales multiplied by 3% of the warranty rate. So equals to 7,500. Okay, and then on 31st January 2020, okay, ada customer claim. Okay, so for amount of 3,000, we have to repair the defective product. Okay, so debit warranty liability 3,000 and credit cash 3,000. Why kita credit cash? Because we repair. When we repair, we have to pay the technician, kan? Okay, that's why credit cash. Okay, and then on the same date, okay, we have to replace the defective products. Okay, so debit warranty liability 2,000 and credit inventory 2,000. Okay, why we credit inventory? Because we replace the product. Okay, so that this is the difference between repair and replace. Okay, so now we look at a long-term notes payable. Okay, long-term notes payable same with the short-term notes payable, tapi yang perbezaan dia adalah long-term notes payable is more than 1 year. So, long-term notes payable is a written promissory notes or agreement signed by the company and is payable more than a year because it is a long-term notes payable. Okay, and the company recognize liability to repay principal amount borrowed and interest on specific date in the future. Okay, so frequently, selalunya, we use the long-term notes payable to purchase fixed asset. Okay, so normally when we purchase fixed asset such as machines, okay, then we use long-term notes payable. Okay. Okay, next is a mortgage payable. So mortgage payable is also included in a non-current liabilities. Okay, so what is mortgage payable? Okay, mortgage is a legal agreement by which a bank or etc. lend money at interest in exchange for taking titles of the debtor's property with the condition that the conveyance of title becomes void upon the payment of the debt. Okey, maksud dia apa? Mortgage ni adalah gadai janji belum bayar. Mortgage payable is gadai janji belum bayar. That means kita menggadaikan sesuatu, contohnya selalunya apa? Hartanah lah. Okey, seperti tanah ataupun building. Kita gadaikan tanah ataupun building, Okay. And a mortgage payable is the liability of a property owner to pay loan that is secure by property. Okay, from the perspective of the borrower, the mortgage is considered a long-term liability. And normally, mortgage memanglah long-term liability because it is more than a year. Okay. So, okay, one more is bond payable. Okay, so what is bond payable? Okay, normally, large company such as a government or corporation which is financially stable and strong need large amount of money to finance their operation. So, they may issue bonds to the public to raise the money. And the bonds payable are a long-term debts issue to multiple lenders called bond holder. Maksudnya apa? Maksudnya kita offer bond kepada orang ramai. So the lender call bond holders. Okay, bila kita offer bond dekat orang ramai, that means kita dapat duit, kan? So that means kita berhutang dengan orang ramai yang beli bond. Maksudnya kita berhutang kepada bond holder. By issuing bonds payable, company can borrow millions of dollars from thousands of investors. So each investor can buy a specific amount of the company's bond. Okay, so kenapa Kenapa orang beli bond? Okay, people invest bond to earn interest. Bila dia beli bond, maksudnya nanti dia dapat interest. Interest tu siapa bayar? Kitalah yang bayar kepada bond holder. So, this is a bond payable.
Madam Fizi,
Okay, ya.
okay, kita rehat sebentar dan beri laluan kepada iklannya.
Okay. Stay tuned.
Selamat kembali semula. Madam akan umumkan mata kredit sekarang. Sila beri perhatian. Nombornya adalah 8. Saya ulang, nombornya adalah 8. Okey, kita teruskan dengan kelas kita ya. Dipersilakan Madam Fizi.
Okay, thank you Madam Lee. Okay, now kita sambung sikit lagi nak habis. Okay, now we look at example of bond payable and bond interest. Okay, Izu Berhad, the company pay interest twice per year to investors for bond AA 6% bond 5 years on every 31st October and 30th April. The bond was issued on 1st March 2020, value 5 million ringgit Malaysia. So, prepare journal entry to record the issuance of bond. Okay, so when is the issuance of bond? That is on 1st March 2020. And the payment of interest for bond AA for the year 2020. So when is the date for interest payment? That is on every 31st October and 30th April. Okay, now we journalize the transaction. So we look at the answer. Okay. On 1st March 2020 is the issuance of bond. So debit bank. Kenapa kita debit bank? Because we receive money from investors, from the bond holder. So debit bank 5 million and credit bond payable 5 million. So sekarang kita berhutang dengan cara bond. That is a bond payable. Okay, so the narration is to record issuance of bond payable. And then we have to record the interest. Okay, that is on 30th April 2020, debit interest expenses and credit bank. Okay, why we credit bank? Sebab kita bayar interest kepada bond holder. So this is the characteristic that differ with the notes payable. Okay, notes payable, short-term notes payable or a long-term notes payable, when we pay the interest on the maturity date. Maksudnya notes payable kita bayar interest pada tarikh matang. But normally for bond kita tak tunggu tarikh matang untuk bayar the interest. Kita terus bayar. Okay. Macam dalam soalan tu kita terus bayar 2 kali setahun, that is on 30th April. Okay, so we debit interest expenses and credit bank 50,000. Okay, so macam mana dapat 50,000? This one is to record payment of interest. 5 million multiplied by 6%. This is the bond interest multiplied by 2/12. Kenapa 2/12? Because from 1st March to 30th April. Yeah. Okay. Satu lagi date that we paid the interest is on 31st October 2020. So, debit interest expenses and credit bank 150,000. Okay, this one is to record payment of interest. So, how did we get this figure? Okay, from 30th April to 31st October ada 6 months. So 30th April, that means we have to start with 1st May. So May, June, July, August, September, October. So 6 months. So how to calculate? 5 million multiplied by 6% of the bond interest multiplied by 6/12. Okay, so that we get the 150,000 the interest expense. Okay, so this is how we channelize the issuance of bond payable and the payment of interest. Okay, next we look at the bond redemption. So what is the meaning by bond redemption? Okay, bond can be redeemed after or on their maturity date. Redemption mean tebus, maksudnya kita tebus bond on their maturity date means after, setelah ia matang or before. Okay, issuance corporation retire bond by buying them back. Maksudnya tadi kita dah offer bond kepada orang ramai, so kita dapat duit daripada orang ramai, okay, and then kita akan bagi interest, okay, kepada orang ramai setiap tahun. Okay, when the bond bila dia dah mature, then we call it is a bond redemption. Maksudnya the company buying the bond back. Okay, so redemption value is the price at which the issuing company will purchase the bond from investor. Tu maksud dia. Okay, so we look at what is the how to generalize the bond redemption. Okay, based on the Izu Berhad example just now, that is for bond AA, 6% bond, 5 years. Okay, after 5 years, bila tadi kita beli, so awak kena kira the date on the maturity date after 5 years. Okay, so the answer is, okay, the date after 5 years is 30th April 2025. So when we redeem, so we have to debit the bond payable, AA 6%. Okay, so this is how we write the bond payable journal. Okay, we have to mention the interest rate. Okay, so debit bond payable 20 million tadi. Okay, and then debit interest expenses 150,000. Credit bank 20 million 150. Tadi bond AA 20 million ke? Okay, kita assume dia 20 million lah So, the narration is to record redemption on bond at maturity. Okay, we assume that the bond AA is 20 million lah Okay. So, kenapa ada interest expenses? Because the date on the maturity date adalah sama dengan date for interest payment. Okay, so that we have to declare the interest expenses. Okay, so now we look at the presentation of liabilities in the statement of financial position. Okay. Alright, so first of all, we have to write down the title. Okay, the title must have the company name, the statement, and also the date. Okay, so the company name is, for example, Warisan Nusantara Berhad. Okay, statement of financial position as at 31st December 2019, extract. Extract means sebahagian. We have to write extract because we only write for liabilities only. Sebahagian sahaja. Okay. So for liabilities, okay, just now we have current liabilities and non-current liabilities. So first of all, we have to write the non-current liabilities. So you have to list down all the non-current liabilities. So for example, long-term notes payable, mortgage payable, bond payable 6%, bonds payable 8%. Okay, so you can see that, okay, how to write bond payable. Okay, you have to write down the interest at the back. But for long-term notes payable, mortgage payable, we don't have to write the interest at the back. Only for the bond payable. Okay, and then you sum up and then you get the total for non-current liabilities. After that, we write down the current liabilities. Okay, for example, accounts payable, notes payable, that is the short-term notes payable. Warranty liability, expenses payable, unearned revenues. Okay, and then you sum up all the current liabilities and then you total the non-current liabilities and current liabilities, then we get total liabilities. So this is the presentation of the liabilities in the financial position. Okay, so we have covered the accounting for liabilities. Okay, now I would like you to jawab the pop quiz question. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So I want you to answer all the pop quiz. We have 5 questions only. Yeah. Okay. Ready, everybody? Okay. We start with simple questions. Okay. Who can answer this? Current liabilities are liabilities that are expected to be paid within a normal operating cycle. True or false? Okay. Okay, I repeat. Current liabilities are liabilities that are expected to be paid within a normal operating cycle. So what is the meaning by normal operating cycle? Tempoh perakaunan. Okey, tempoh perakaunan selalunya adalah 1 tahun. Okey, so true or false? Okey, is there any answer?
Okey, ada jawapan daripada Kaiser, dia katakan true. Okey, Syafiq juga katakan true. Nur Sahila juga katakan true. Okey.
Okey.
Aisyah,
So,
dia juga kata true. Majority kata
okay,
true.
I can
Intan
see
juga.
that. Alright. Yeah, Elisa, Najahani, Nurul Syahaida, Nurul Rafanah and ramailah Aaron, Asad. Okay. So, we look at the answer. Okay, the answer is true. Yeah. Normal operating cycle means normal tempoh perakaunan. Tempoh perakaunan biasanya adalah 1 tahun. So current liabilities is 1 year or less. Okay, the answer is true. Okay, good. Thank you. Very good, everybody. So we look at the next question. Okay, question 2. Okay, a landlord receive 12,000 in advance. Okay, dia punya ayat ada in advance. For a 6-month lease to a tenant for a warehouse she owns on August 31st. What is the entry for the landlord on August 31st? Okay, apa dia punya clue dekat sini? Okay, the landlord, tuan tanah, receive 12,000 in advance. Maksudnya dia dapat duit dulu. Okay, for a 6-month lease. Untuk 6 bulan punya lease. Okay, maksudnya 6 bulan ni dah berlaku ke belum? Belum lagi. Tapi kita terima duit in advance. Okay, so ini maksudnya apa? Okay, so jawab, what is the entry for the landlord on August 31st? A, debit cash, credit unearned rental revenue. B, debit unearned rental revenue, credit cash. C, debit cash, credit unearned rental revenue. And D, debit unearned rental revenue, credit cash. Okay, so what is the answer?
Okay, jawapan dari Syafiq dia kata A. Okay, Nurul Fahrahani dia kata true. Okay, Saleha dia juga kata A. Patricia dia kata A. Jun Jie Chai A. Nur Alia A. Chi Lok Chin A. Lim Jia Qian A. Majority A. Shuhaida pun kata A.
Okay. Okay, so majority kata A lah So when we receive in advance, maksudnya apa? That is a unearned revenue. So kita dah terima duit dulu, so kita debit cash. And then credit apa? Credit is the liability, unearned rental revenue. So the answer is A. Okay, good. Majority jawab A tadi. Okay, good. Okay, congratulations everybody. Okay, so now we move to next question. Question 3. Okay, so baca betul-betul. On December 31st, Dio Corporation issue 1 million 14% 5-year bonds with interest payment annually on December 31st. Okay, interest payment annually tu maksudnya dia bayar setahun sekali. Bila? On December 31st. Okay, the bond sold for 1,072,696. The market rate of interest for this bond was 12%. Okay, so what is the answer? What is the question? Okay, on the first year, okay, what is the journal entry on 31st December? Okay, so maksudnya after a year, what is the journal entry that is on 31st December? A, debit bond payable, credit bank. C, debit bank, credit interest payable. That is B. C, debit interest expenses, credit bank. And D, debit interest expenses, credit bond payable. Okay, so what is the answer? Can anybody can answer the question? Okay, after a year kita kena declare apa? Kita kena declare
Okay,
apa?
ada jawapan daripada pelajar kita Syafiq. Dia katakan jawapan dia adalah C.
Okay. Yang lain?
Kaiser kata jawapannya adalah B. Chaying kata C. Sahila kata C. Nira kata C. Chi Long Chin dia kata C juga. Alia Syafika kata C. Patricia kata C. Jun Jie Chai pun kata C. Majority C lah.
Majority C. Okay, so ini adalah bond kan. Okay, bond. Kita kena, dia kata on the first year, what is the journal entry for 31st December? Maksudnya kita kena declare apa? Kita kena declare interest expenses. Okay, so kita kena bayar kan? Okay, so the answer is C. Okay, kita kena declare interest expenses. Okay, sebab dah cukup tempoh dia. So debit interest expenses and credit bank. Kenapa kita credit bank? Because we have to pay to the bondholder. Yeah. Okay. So thank you. Yeah. Good. Majority jawab C. Okay. Dan yang salah tu pun tak apa. Okay. Good try. Yeah. Alright. So next question.
Madam Fizi.
Yes.
Sebelum Madam teruskan, saya nak umumkan mata kredit pelajar ya.
Okay.
Okey, diminta para pelajar beri perhatian. Nombor yang seterusnya ada dua nombor iaitu 6 dan 1. Saya ulang, ada dua nombor ya. Adalah 6 dan 1. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you Madam Lee. Alright. Okay, now we move to question 4. On 1st October, okay, this question is same with the question number 3. Okay. That is on 1st October, DIO Corporation issue 1 million 14% 5 years bond with interest payable annually on December 31st. The bond sold for 1 million 72 and 96. The market rate of interest for this bond was 12%. Okay, so what is the question? On the first interest date, that means after a year, calculate the interest expenses. Okay, tadi dia tanya journal, but now dia tanya the interest expenses. So that you have to calculate. You have to calculate the interest expenses after a year. So A, RM 140,000, B, RM 120,000, and C, RM 45,000, D, RM 35,000. So this time you have to use your calculator. Okay, try to answer everybody. So what is the answer? Ni kena kira You have to calculate. Use your calculator. Okay, nanti PSPM objektif C4 and C3 C4, that's mean calculation. Okay, so maybe the question macam ni lah. They ask you to calculate. Okay, so you have to get ready how to calculate. That's mean how to answer objective question. So this time the PSPM is objective question. Okay, so dah ada jawapan nampaknya.
Kita ada yang jawapan daripada Chaying. Jawapan dia adalah A. Syafiq dia kata D. Okay, Kaiser kata A.
Okay.
Adrana dia kata C.
Macam-macam.
Aaron kata C. Macam-macam jawapan. Ashri dia kata C.
Kan. Okay. Ada lagi Okay, tak apa. Yang lain tu masih tengah calculate code. Okay, so nampak tak? Macam ni lah PSPM kan. You have to calculate and then jawab A, B, C, D. Okay. So ada
Macam-macam
lagi jawapan
jawapan
A.
lah.
Ada macam-macam jawapan kali ni. Ni yang suspend ni, not objective question ni. Okay. So, the answer is, okay, kita tengok dulu answer. Okay, the answer is D. Tadi ada seorang jawab D kan? 35,000. So, how did you get the 35,000? Okay, how to calculate? Okay, our bond is 1 million. Okay, multiply with the interest rate is 14%. Okay, and then okay, kita beli bila? Kita beli 1st October. Okay, 1st October, and then kita bayar interest on December 31st. Okay, so October, November, December, baru 3 bulan. So that's why you have to multiply with 3/12. 3/12. Sebab, okay, I repeat, because we issue the bond on 1st October, but then we pay the interest annually on December 31st. Okay, soalan dia kata on the first interest date means dalam masa 1 tahun, tapi tak sampai 1 tahun, baru 3 bulan. The first interest date that is on December 31st on the same year. So baru 3 bulan. That's why we have to multiply 3/12. Okay. So the answer is 35,000. Betul ke? Boleh kira balik. Kalau tak, boleh kira balik Okay. So last question. Last question also, I want you to use calculator. So we move to last question. Okay. Easy Company issue a 420,000 10% 20 years mortgage note on January 1st. The note will be paid in monthly installment of 4,000. What is the amount of interest expense should be recognized by Easy Company in the second month? Okay, faham tak soalan ni? Okay, ini adalah mortgage Tadi saya tak tunjukkan cara nak kira mortgage kan? Sebab saya nak bagi quiz, pop quiz. Okay, now, challenge yourself how to calculate. Okay, kita tengok the mortgage is 420,000. Okay, the interest rate is 10% and it is a 20 years mortgage on January 1st. Okay, the note will be paid in monthly installment of 4,000. Maksudnya, monthly kena bayar 4,000. Okay, in the monthly installment, mesti ada interest and also the principal. Okay, so the question is, what is the amount of interest should be recognized by Easy Company in a second month? Dia saja je tak nak tanya first month kan, dia tanya second month. Okay, so what is your answer? Okay, ini ambil masa sikit use your calculator. Okay, sekarang pun dah dekat nak 10.30. So, I show you how to answer Okay. First, awak kena buat the schedule macam ni tables. Okay. So, the tables kena ada monthly interest period, monthly payment that is 4,000, the interest expense, the reduction of principal and the principal balance. So the original balance, okay, that is on the 1st October. Bila tarikh dia tadi? Okay, 420,000. Tak ada tarikh kan? Okay, the original balance is 420,000. Okay, so the monthly payment is 4,000. Okay, this is for the first month, and then the interest expenses is 3,500. Macam mana dapat 3,500? Okay, that is 420,000 multiplied by 10% multiplied by 1/12. Kenapa 1/12? Because first month, bukan setahun kan, baru bulan pertama. So you get 3,500 on the first month. Okay. And then on the second month, okay, the monthly payment is 4,000 and the interest expenses is how to calculate? 491,500 multiplied by 10% interest times 1/12. So you get figure 3,496. So this is the answer. Saya terus bagi jawapan saja. Okay. So ingat for mortgage, nak senang, you better make a table to calculate the interest or the reduction of principal. Okay, so now we look at the answer. Okay, kita tahu jawapan dia apa? 3,496. Sebab dia tanya second month. Okay, now the answer is C. 3,496. Okay, so that's all from me. So I hope that you can understand accounting for liabilities. You can score in PSPM. Okay, that's all for me. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, like and share my channel. Okay, bye. Okay, Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera semua. Okay, saya serahkan kepada Madam Lee.
Okey, terima kasih diucapkan kepada Madam Fizi atas perkongsian yang sangat bersahaja dan menarik ini. Tahniah diucapkan kepada semua yang setia bersama dengan kelas kita pada malam ini dari awal sehingga ke saat ini. Untuk makluman anda, link CGU boleh didapatkan pada ruangan chat. Sila beri perhatian, link tersebut akan tamat tempohnya iaitu 30 minit selepas sesi live ini. Pastikan anda menggunakan sama ada email e-didik, MOE, MyGuru ataupun Jawi sahaja. Kesalahan memasukkan email tidak akan dilayan. Sebagai tanda penghargaan, marilah kita like, subscribe dan sharekan channel presenter kita malam ini, Madam Fizi. Kelas kita yang seterusnya adalah pada hari dan waktu yang sama iaitu pada Rabu depan 9.30 malam. Sila layari www.academyyoutuber.com untuk dapatkan info terkini dan jadual kelas tuition percuma. Jom kongsikan portal AYU ini kepada rakan-rakan dan guru-guru seluruh Malaysia. Juga diingatkan, semua kelas online percuma ini boleh ditonton semula melalui link yang disediakan di portal AYU. Semoga kita mendapat manfaat daripada kelas-kelas yang dijalankan. Sekian, terima kasih dan selamat malam kepada semua. Bye-bye.
Wow, banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda. Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru di mana memberikan hadiah-hadiah ini secara percuma. Ya, percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuition online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma. Jangan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik, takkan nak lepaskan peluang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda